Released the week of Valentine's Day, I Love You, Honeybear has Father John Misty, a.k.a. Josh Tillman, formerly of the Fleet Foxes, writing songs not about love, but, to paraphrase him, about intimacy. He's writing songs that cast him as a flawed individual and not always in a favorable light. He's writing about the side of ourselves that we don't show on Facebook. He is writing about all the insecure and insincere things that cross our minds in a relationship. And on the opening title track, he writes the most effed up, I Will Stay With You Till the End, Darling song that I've ever heard. On I Love You, Honeybear, the Emperor is wearing no clothes, warts showing and all. But unlike the famous children's story, this Emperor knows he's naked. In fact, he's disrobed deliberately. And his invisible cloak is the lush music that his lyrics are wrapped around. The album is musically deceptive, and it's likely that at first glance, the casual listener will only think that they know what he's talking about. This is an album of love songs, but these are not romantic love songs. These songs are sardonic and brutal, but they're punctuated with moments of tenderness and humor. And casting himself and his real-life wife as the main characters in the songs only adds to the layers of meaning that peel away as you experience this album. It's only on the track When You're Smiling and Astride Me that we actually come close to a song that sounds like a traditional romantic love song. I guess you could say that this is Josh Tillman's version of I Love You Just the Way You Are, except that it's a little more, you love me even though I'm really effed up. As a casual listener, I find myself wishing that more of these songs had stronger hooks. But once I stop listening casually and listen attentively, I find myself at times feeling like I'm reading someone's private diary that I really shouldn't be reading. And in some respect, this album comes the closest to some of the brutal, honest, and unflattering autobiographical independent comics that I have read from authors like Chester Brown and Joe Matt. And like I said about the casual listeners, you can't listen to this album casually. It's been a while since I heard an album that so demands that you sit down with the lyrics in front of you and read them as you listen. You can't listen to this album any other way. I haven't gotten a physical copy of the album yet, so I hope that the lyrics are included. But if you are streaming on Spotify or Beats, you can thankfully find the lyrics online. The casual listener gives this album 2.5 stars out of 5 stars. The attentive listener gives this daring album 4 out of 5 stars. For Music Worth Buying, this is TJR. Please let me know what you thought of this album by leaving a comment. And remember to show your support for everyone who helped make this music possible by buying it or streaming it on music websites that compensate the creators of the music. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.